my heart.
Hatred of Republicans and Democrats.
Based? Let's fucking go!
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I think I'm a boomer. I think I'm a zoomer. I think I'm a doomer. Damn, I'm like a zoomer. Okay. EWGWHITE coming with the heat.
I stay fooling with my bot, my tunes will make your speakers hot. Dance floor hot.
Welcome to the Grillcast, the only podcast in the world dedicated to radical centrism. I am your host, Orion, and joining me as always is Big Mike. What's up, buddy?
Yo, what's going on, my nigga?
Okay.
Not the N-word.
All right. A little early for that one, but that's okay.
Moving on.
And joining us today is a real, actual moderator of the r/Justice4Darrell subreddit. What is going on, HeyMoon?
Heck yeah. First of all, I just want to emphasize how much more important I am than all of you as being a moderator.
On Reddit.com.
Yeah, I am a Reddit.com moderator of Justice4Darrell, which is a real subreddit. And you know what? Darrell Brooks did nothing wrong.
Well, you kind of have a point there, because it takes very, very strong arms to lift a broom and take on the role of the janitor.
Heck yeah.
Not everybody has the testicular fortitude to do so, but you, HeyMoon, you have the testicular fortitude. I actually wrote you a song because I appreciated so much your role. I wrote you a song because I appreciate so much what you do to defend the rights of internet users everywhere.
Heck yeah.
And so here we go. Let's clear the room. Everybody shh.
Quiet down. Shh. Respect.
All right.
Here we go. HeyMoon, you are a Chad. Take Darrell Brooks and make him hopeful. Remember that Darrell is a cuck, and he can suck a dick in prison.
Oh, no.
Whoa, okay, all right. Just gonna start with those bars like that? I had no idea that I was in the presence of such greatness, musical greatness.
Well, look, I needed to give you a proper introduction, because what you and the other Justice4Darrell moderators and community at large, the art drama community at large, have done, it's gargantuan.
Yeah.
It's gargantuan in nature.
It's unheard of.
To take this trial and to troll these Redditors in this way. Okay, so let's give a little bit of a background to what r/Justice4Darrell is. Darrell Brooks is a guy in Wakasha, or whatever the fuck it's called. I don't know. I don't speak. Wakanda. I don't speak Wisconsinese,
Yeah,
but
fair enough.
he's a guy that took the SUV and went for a little bit of a joyride and ended up running over some white people, right?
Yeah.
At a Christmas
And literally
parade.
no one
And
was upset about this.
It's no big deal, honestly.
And so he goes through this big public trial. He's out there acting a fool, making a spectacle of himself. He chooses to defend himself in this case.
Oh,
and
there's no way. Are you serious?
You didn't know
Yeah.
this?
I have. Dude,
Oh
I
my
don't
gosh.
pay attention to this stuff. This is the first time I'm hearing about any of this.
Oh, jeez. There's
But now
a
I
whole
need to
world of
go
fun
watch
to
this.
Oh my gosh. Unironically, one of the funniest things that's happened this year. And it was a tragedy, right? But
Tragic, of course.
of course.
And so what you do is you look at this tragedy and you say, what can I do to exploit this? To make fun of Redditors. The dumbest, most retarded people on the planet who deserve to be trolled, who deserve to stay in the perpetual state of anger in which they exist. Perpetually. This is what you choose to do. So you and the other guys at Justice4Darrell make a mock subreddit where you say, you know what? This guy's being railroaded. This guy who's clearly photographed and video doing it, who admits to doing it, who constantly swallows, L's, taking L's all day, the courts are racist. And this case should be thrown out.
Not wrong.
Exactly.
And so where this comes to a head, and you stickied and verified this post from a supposed juror.
Yeah, I want to
posts-
clarify. I did not make the post. The person that made the post is a genius, okay? but I'm a pretty big deal because I verified it. I'm a big deal here, right? I think the person that did it is in hiding, and probably battening down the hatches.
Yeah, I don't blame them for being afraid, even though they're giant pussies for being afraid of the justice system. You're not afraid.
What a little
You're here
bitch.
talking
Yeah, hey,
plainly and frankly
exactly.
about justice for Darrell.
Come-
So he
come and get
posts.
me.
With your full name and address available in
Yeah.
the description.
Listen, my name is. Geez, I'm forgetting what my name is supposed to be. Like it's like Jude or something. They're not Jude.
Moon?
Something like that.
Yeah.
So basically what happens here is that this user posts something saying, I am a juror in this case, and I'm sympathetic to Darrell, right? I'm sympathetic to this mass murderer, and I'm gonna move towards jury nullification because this subreddit has convinced me the courts are racist. And so this is emailed to the judge and to the courts and live streamed because this is a giant case. This is a huge case. In case you're living under a rock like Micah, this is having, hundreds of thousands of viewers watching what's happening here. And they go over this troll subreddit that you and the other guys made. So I'm going to go ahead and play this video of the judge talking about it.
This is a big thing too. Like I think like several 100,000 people have been watching at once. Like,
Is he gonna like read off some of the arguments that were being made on the subreddit?
All
shoot.
right, can you see the video in Discord?
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah, there she
she's
is.
kind of hot.
I know, that's what everybody's saying. They call her mommy.
That's what
Judge
what
mommy.
everyone's
Yeah,
that's what everyone's saying. I think she's like Tulsi Gabbard hot. Like she's kind of mid, but for the position she's in, like yeah, definitely. And definitely would. Like I'd let her bang that gavel on my my wiener or whatever.
Heck yeah, dude.
All right, here we go, boys.
Provided to me, which was an email
from
and then
Redditors.
the attachment, which is a color print off. Looks like the person took a screenshot.
Yeah.
And that the anonymous post
claimed
to be a member of the jury on the case, and here are my thoughts on the trial and on this subreddit. And apparently, again, it's a subreddit called Justice4Darrell. All those Justice, the number 4, and Darrell.
I accidentally wandered in here from the
I then had
from
contact
subreddit drama.
Captain Dussault, advised him that this should be investigated, and basically turned over the matter to law enforcement for a full investigation.
There it is.
Heck yeah, dude.
At this point, or at that point, I made
Emojis,
a determination based upon my review of the information that I would not stop what was happening in terms of the trial with the instructions to the jury and ultimately the closing arguments, and then turning the case over to the jury for deliberations. And of course, I am concerned about the integrity of these proceedings, and I will take whatever action that I deem appropriate once a full
Get the whole
investigation, is done. But at this point, there is no, I would say, credible information that this is in fact a member of the jury.
Okay, so the judge understands that this isn't a jury member, that this is a troll. This is like a random judge.
They were verified.
But she's coming for you, HeyMoon. She's coming to bang her gavel on your penis. And what are you gonna do about that, HeyMoon?
Shoot, I don't even know. Listen, okay, I'll tell you what happened. All right, I was out. I thought the stream was over for the day because I watched Darrell's amazing closing argument, speech of the century. Brought a tear to every person's eye. Anyways, I was going to. It was so stupid, dude. He was like, he made himself out to be the victim in all of it. Like my.
I mean, I don't know. I'd be pretty traumatized too if I ran over a bunch of little white girls. Like,
I mean, fair enough, honestly.
By accident.
I took the wrong exit. Nobody told me there was going to be a parade on that route.
If he did it,
I was just trying to do my Uber Eats delivery, and Things got messy, okay?
He didn't do it, and if he did, it wasn't a big deal. That's that's just the the fact of it. Anyways, I was out
the
hanging.
facts of the case.
Yeah, that's just the facts of the case, honestly. Like,
Let us submit this to
Your
the
Honor,
court. These are the
Your
facts
Honor,
here
I
today.
didn't do it, and just in case the prosecution, makes it look like I did it. I mean, does anybody really care? Like,
yeah. Anyways, so I turned off the stream, right, because it was just more boring jury instructions, or so I thought. I went to go hang out with my friends, and like my phone just starts buzzing off the hook. People are saying, "Holy crap! She just read it on stream. You're going to jail, Bucko." And of course, everybody's like blaming me for this entire thing because I've been doing a small amount of trolling on the subreddit as under my great name, Black Justice Forever, which I'm doing a moderate amount of trolling, so people recognized who I was, so they thought I'd done the whole thing. So people were like, "HeyMoon, you're gonna get your ass raped in prison. The long dick of the law." I think the first message I saw was saying, "I hope you're ready for the long dick of the law to penetrate you," or something like that. Yeah. So anyways, none of my friends know about our drama, and I would be extremely mortified if any of them ever found out that I used such an awful site. So it's like,
Fair, very
yeah.
fair.
Are you saying you're not supposed to share like posts you make on that site with your family, like
Yeah,
your grandma?
I hate to say it, but some of the posts are objectionably terrible. Objectively, not objectionably. Sorry, objectively terrible.
Objection!
I'm a good person in real life. I'm not a good person on the internet. Okay. But yeah, it was
Because there is a duality of man, right?
Heck yeah,
for us internet trolls.
Sin
Because I want to
nature,
get
dude.
this out there. The intention of this subreddit, because I watched the birth of it. I watched the whole process of this coming and going and, peaking into the highest highs that you could possibly see. The intention of this subreddit was not to jam up the courts or to interfere with the case, but it was to troll Redditors. The dumbest fucking people on the planet, Redditors. That's why this was made, right?
No one in their right mind would have seriously entertained the notion that this was going to actually go to the court, right? People
No.
There was nobody even had that as like a possibility. Well, the funniest thing that we thought could have happened, right? The biggest thing we thought could have happened would be some mainstream news would debunk it, right? Because it was obviously fake, or we could get some like crappy blog to write a post about it,
right?
Like the Post Millennial or something.
Like, I can't believe this.
Shocking. Brooks juror comes out, and then CNN will have to clean it up and say, actually,
CNN comes out with the brooms, Jannies it up. Yep.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that you say that it's so obviously fake. It's so obviously fake that even the fucking the boomer prosecutor, some 50-year-old woman from Wisconsin who's never seen the internet in her life, probably could tell it was fake, as I'll show in this next clip.
Question or something to state?
Yes, Your Honor. I just wanted to state for the record that I have also received similar emails at my office this afternoon.
They spammed everybody.
Directly, but to the district attorney's office website, and I only wanted to point out that in viewing the contents of the posting, well, first of all the emails refer to the exact same posting and the language is the exact same in all the postings. In viewing the content of the posting, we question the veracity of the posting.
Your Honor, it is my belief that we are being cyber trolled.
See, even a 50-year-old woman can tell. Redditoids are the dumbest fucking people on the planet.
She probably doesn't even know what the word trolling means. Like, if I said I was trolling you, she wouldn't even get that.
Oh, I don't know about this. This doesn't seem right to me. Like, even her mind goes to that immediately. These Redditors are people that will fly to Ukraine because of some cyber shield articles that they're going to defeat Nazis or some shit. These are the dumbest people on the planet that are sending it to these courts. The people that sent it to the courts, they're the ones who should be under investigation and put in an asylum.
This is the ultimate example, I think, and it harkens back to the internet principle of everything, absolutely everything is a sock, and there are those who know and there are those who don't know.
And you'd think, you would really hope that people would understand that by this point in the year 2022, but they keep printing new morons every year.
Oh my god, screenshot
They
that.
do.
Screenshot this. Screenshot share. Screenshot.
Oh, I'm gonna blow this case wide open. This juror isn't getting away with this.
My favorite thing there is probably the if you go back the second prosecutor, like that's in the middle. I don't know what her name is, but she's always frowning, but you can just see the look of palpable confusion on her face, just like, what the fuck?
Okay, statistically, out of like all of them, 1 out of 4 of them knows what Reddit is, and they're like, I can't believe this shit's happening right now. I can't believe that this is being brought up right now.
I can't
mention that I'm on Reddit.
Yeah. Probably
dear Lord.
Probably the young guy with the with the good hair or whatever and in the suit. He's probably on Reddit. He knows what Reddit is. I bet anything. Probably
Most
goes to
likely.
r/atheism. Not even gonna lie.
And look, a lot of these Redditors are probably looking at this, these people that are following it and, found out about r/Justice4Darrell from this video. They're saying, why would you do this, Why would you, interfere in a case and troll these people? This is important.
not?
What if it nullified the case? What's happening, big guy? But what the rest of this video is going to show is that nobody got trolled harder than Darrell Brooks himself. He is a victim in all of this, and he should be. He's a piece of shit. He's a horrible person.
Hey, you take that back. At heart, Darrell Brooks is a good man.
Look,
good people make
we
mistakes.
can split it
Orion.
down the middle. I've never met the guy.
Can you
Maybe
please?
he is.
Can you please show an ounce of nuance on our program?
Heck, this is true. This is true.
Look, I'm just trying to get you in a position for when the cops come knocking. You don't, you don't look like the bad guy, but because they don't understand trolling, they don't understand it. But yeah, Darrell's the biggest victim here, and this video is gonna show it.
Can I say something, Your Honor?
Go ahead.
Just briefly.
Dude, his head is so weird.
Wait.
I do want to state for the record that I have no involvement with this. I'm really shocked like this even came to light.
Is that the Bible?
I will say.
What the fuck?
Oh boy. I think he's.
Well, he needs a source
just
for
by
his
skimming
arguments.
through it.
It's true.
These are definitely things that have been talked about in the court. So common sense would say that this came from someone that has either been in the court to hear what goes on in the court or a jury member. There's no other way.
Well, actually, the proceedings are live streamed worldwide, Your Honor, available on YouTube worldwide, so I don't agree with that assessment.
So the reason that I say that this guy got trolled harder than anyone is because he sees this and he says, "Oh, lordy, free at last, thank God Almighty, I'm free at last." He sees an out. He sees a community supporting him. He doesn't understand it. Like, do you see the shape of his skull? Do you see the shape of his skull? This isn't somebody who can understand nuance or trolling.
God.
So he sees a community supporting him. He sees a supposed juror on there and he's says, look at this, I'm getting out of here, I got this. There's a
Orion,
juror
people with receding
tampering with
hairlines
evidence.
are as human as you and me.
So true.
I don't think so. And beyond that, like he sees an opportunity for freedom, and he tries to argue. Well, clearly, this is a man on the jury. How else could this happen? I don't even think he knows what live streaming is. I don't think he can conceive the notion that hundreds of thousands of people are watching him make a fool of himself.
Can I?
Oh, sorry.
I just wanted to know. Could you just give me like the very shortest version possible of what basically his explanation for his actions were?
Oh my god! How can I even begin?
Was it just like was it premonition? Was it God? Was it like just a general idea?
He has never offered any sort of explanation for what happened or any sort of alternative viewpoint, which is really bizarre because he pled not guilty and he essentially has admitted to doing it like the entire time. So like he's trying
not guilty, Your Honor. Okay, and what do you have to say for yourself? Nothing.
Yeah, I did it. Yeah, I did it, but I'm really, really sorry about it. Like, Nick, plead guilty then. Like, that's how that works.
Nah, I'm not guilty.
Not guilty,
kind of
but
a
I
Chad,
totally
it's
did
kind
it.
of a Chad move.
It is.
I can't be guilty because I don't feel any guilt.
So the thing with Darrell Brooks is that he is a sovereign citizen, right? So he believes in the whole sovereign citizen thing. Oh, yes. So I think a couple of 4chan people figured out what legal guide he was following. And so he's like, he literally is like looked online at sovereign citizen sort of crap. So his entire premise is that the court itself is fraudulent. Yeah, it's illegitimate. And you know the biggest like the nail in the coffin for his argument, like the thing that will get him out scot-free is the fact that it is Wisconsin versus Darrell Brooks, and Wisconsin is not a person. That's unironically. He has asked almost every single witness without fail. Do you see the plaintiff in this matter in the courtroom? Or some variation.
Base.
You would agree that Wisconsin is not a person, right?
Well, you know, the best way that we could fix this, because I see his argument. Honestly, it's a very strong argument, but we
make Wisconsin into a corporation.
Exactly. That's what I was gonna say. You can read my mind. We're like telepathic, you and me, Big Mike. You know, our centrist understanding of each other. Corporations are people. We've all agreed on this. It's precedent. It's law. So make Wisconsin a corporation, and there we go. Easy.
Yeah, man. This entire trial, like, this is a high point for us at our drama, but the entire thing was just pure comedy gold the entire time. This is a high point for us, but like the entire thing has just been absolutely hilarious.
We on our drama, we're on top of the world right now.
we are on top of the world
now. Looking at all these people freaking out about it. I don't know if you've looked at like the YouTube comments for that video, but they're like, well, clearly it was a family member or friend who came in to try and mess up the case. Like, do you know how many people's lives are going to be fucked with to try and figure this out? Hopefully not yours. I don't think there will be any sort of law enforcement investigation into you because you did nothing wrong. Literally just
that I have not gotten any sort of communication from law enforcement or anything else. So if I haven't, nobody else is.
I don't know if we mentioned this before, but we have a large listener base of federal agents.
Oh, well, hey, that works. I'm sure I've given them a leg up before. I'm sure that when
they usually go easy on our guests, you know, because, you know, we have a good rapport with them and everything, but just
all I like to say is if they're gonna come and get me, like, hurry up, stop being a bunch of pussies.
You have stuff to do. You have things to post.
I mean,
that's a really great idea, is mocking the feds and being like, yeah, come get me, faggots.
It took you
I'm ready for you.
I'm ready, dude. Like, what are you gonna charge me on? Come on.
AR-15 is ready for you, federal
Cocked
agents.
and loaded.
Okay.
Obviously,
for the record,
that's a
he
joke.
said that, not me. For the
Obviously, that's
record,
a
I
joke.
love federal agents.
HeyMoon
I love
is
the
a
ATF.
law-abiding citizen. But you know who's not law-abiding is Reddit.com. Because you know what they did in response to Justice4Darrell and this whole fiasco going down, it being read on the courts? They took down the subreddit. They
Yeah.
are interfering with law enforcement investigations as we speak, and it's disgusting. It's disgusting that they think that they're above the law.
I
Reddit
lost my
CEO
precious
should be
moderator
arrested.
account.
You lost your moderator account for
Yeah.
no reason.
Black Justice Forever is
Not my
forever
badge.
gone.
My badge,
Not my
Reno.
mop.
Because Reddit does not care about black justice. Not now, not in the past, not forever.
So true.
Not forever they don't care about black justice.
So
They
true.
don't care about the justice system in general. They just went and jannied the whole subreddit away to cover up for any supposed crimes that may have happened on their platform, which none did.
Reddit will
because
literally,
you did nothing wrong.
I mean, Reddit, it's all about getting rid of the things that make, people uncomfortable. I mean, that's why they got rid of r/watch people die. I mean, it's just, it's just hiding reality from people at every turn.
Yeah. I'm honestly pissed that they did that, not because I lost my account or anything. I think I also lost my main Reddit account, which is funny. Like, I don't care, but that's funny.
How much
No,
Reddit
I'm pissed-
gold did you lose?
Are
you going to be able to pay your rent this month?
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing is that Reddit doesn't want it to be a platform where, you can defend people who are undergoing the court process and have a dissenting voice to the mainstream narrative. They want you to just upvote pictures of fat chicks holding a new video game they just bought.
So true.
Or of dogs, you cute heckin' doggerino chonkers or whatever. They don't want the truth that you provided. Hey,
Heck
Moon.
yeah.
So
Heck
I want to thank you for
Speak
that.
it, brother.
I want to thank you and everybody else who's involved in this process because it was fucking hilarious.
Dude, the Reddit thread, the juror Reddit thread, the bait post, the last time it was archived, I think it had like 2,300 comments. 2,300 comments, dude.
Of pure
pure rage. If you scroll through it, just comment after comment of just the most abject anger possible. It's one of the funniest things. I felt so bad, but I felt bad because of, at that point I was afraid, it might have an actual effect. At this point we know that it won't have an effect because he's guilty. But
yeah, he's very guilty.
He's extremely guilty and he's going to be locked away. But anyways, no, like comment after comment of Seethe, dude. It was so funny. My gosh, I wish we could have left it up and gotten more.
I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna end the segment here.
Sure.
I guess to close out with it, I just want to say what I appreciate about this most is that this is what the internet is missing in the year 2022. Just good old-fashioned trolling where you're not out with an agenda. You're not trying to, embarrass the Republicans or the Democrats. You're not trying to do any weird shit or shill crap. What you're doing is just laughing at retards. You're just baiting retards. And that's what we're missing now. That's the void that has been left in all of our hearts. And we need it.
And they're racists too against Darrell.
And they're racist, but this is the vent that we need, the steam that builds up, that pressure. It's like we're all pressure cookers walking around just waiting to explode. And these wing-cuck fucking forums want to take advantage of that. These wing-cuck groups, they all want to take advantage of that pressure cooker. And what's a healthier method of unleashing that steam than some good old-fashioned trolling?
Then a parade in Boston.
I just want to point out that ultimately, just regarding Darrell's innocence or guilt, that's not up to us. It's not up to some subreddit.
So true.
It's not even up to the justice system. It's up to you all, the viewers.
It's up to God.
Decide.
Yeah, he actually said that.
It's up to the fans.
It is up to the fans. He actually made he actually said my conscience is clear.
We're going to be putting up a poll. We're going to be putting up a poll on our YouTube.
For the poll on the stream where they were streaming it, they would put up a poll asking guilty, not guilty, or hung jury. And at first, everybody voted guilty, but except for the few brave souls that voted not guilty. It was 2% not guilty.
I'm just not convinced. But
Hey.
you know, here's the thing: is that this is an extremely brain damaged individual. You can tell by the shape of his skull.
This is
But
true.
he's not the most brain damaged individual we're going to be covering here tonight. Okay,
That
because we're
transition,
moving
though.
on with our normal show here today. Let's talk about the Philly senatorial debate, Fetterman versus Oz. So to set this up, basically there's the Senate race between a Democrat and a Republican, right?
Right.
And they do their gay little debates like they always do. Obviously, any sane, normal person would skip this and say that's boring, I don't care. But here's the catch, my grillas. Here's the catch, is that Fetterman has recently suffered a stroke, okay? This guy suffered a stroke, and they thought, you know what? This guy seems okay.
You know what?
This guy seems fine. Let's bring him up on stage and just let him, speak his truth. Speak his truth to the constituents, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and play the very intro.
This is
which
I just want to say. I just want to I want to point out that this is like TLC levels of depravity in terms of like taking advantage of people who are suffering. Like,
I've not seen this. I'll reserve judgment until I see it. But honestly, since he's a Democrat, I support him wholeheartedly. As you know, that's how politics works. I don't listen. They could put a vegetable up there, and I would vote for him. Honestly,
I like to say I'm a
They could put a
Democrat in
cucumber.
the streets and a Republican in the sheets.
Heck yeah, that is exactly right.
All right, let's go ahead and play this clip of him. His first words out there on the stand tonight.
Oh boy.
As lieutenant
Here we
governor,
go.
you're running for a seat that could decide the balance of power in Washington. What qualifies you to be a U.S. senator? You have 60 seconds.
Hi, good night, everybody. I'm running to serve Pennsylvania. He's running to use Pennsylvania.
Okay. A lot of people are gonna say, hold on. A lot of people are gonna say,
No.
Look, that guy is obviously fucked
Did he
in the
say
head.
hello,
His
good
second
night,
word
Pennsylvania?
was good night, everyone. But he just wanted to make sure everyone was having a good night. He just wanted to make sure everybody was A-okay in the crowd. Hey, I
Right.
hope everyone's having a good night here.
Well,
Let's
he's
get
hitting
down to some
he's hitting the right
politicking.
beat because generally with these debates, as soon as they start talking, that's when people they turn off the channel and go to bed. So he was just trying to
Exactly.
catch people as they were actually heading out. I don't see any problem here.
I mean, it technically makes sense. Like, if I walk up to you and, it's the morning, I'll say good morning. But,
Yeah,
in this racist
why don't we do that when we
society,
greet people at night? Nobody likes to say, "Oh, good night." So what are we doing now?
exactly.
Like, why does that have to
He
be a
also
right.
looks
goodbye?
like a Chad.
He does. He honestly, with a little bit more, like, definition on that, jawline, like, he'd be a king,
A little bit less fat on the back of his head. He kind of has that like bald guy
exactly.
thing where they have like like his neck fat and his head fat meet and collide. It creates a crevice.
Man could be slaying, all right? But look at him.
But look, people are saying, okay, this guy, I'll just play the next video because there's more. There's more. His position on fracking that comes up. I think it shows that he's a mentally competent man.
Okay.
I want to clarify something. You're saying tonight that you support fracking, that you've always supported fracking, but there is that 2018 interview that you said, quote, I don't support fracking at all. So how do you square the two?
I do support fracking, and I support fracking, and I stand and I do support fracking.
Yeah! Buddy!
Oh my god, dude!
What
Let's
happened
fucking
to
go.
him, dude? How?
Bro, okay, here's the
fucking
thing. People are always saying that these politicians aren't clear with their words, that they're always dancing around the issues, that they're jumping around, not
that's
trying to
crystal
say
true.
what they mean. This man is being clear and precise with his wording. He supports fracking.
I support
He
fracking.
supports fracking. He supports fracking, which is based Fracking is based. We need the oil.
We need
the oil.
I don't care about the earthquakes. All right, that's fake news. All right, honestly, I don't even know if the earthquakes are fake news. Are they still saying that fracking causes earthquakes? I don't.
That's
even
crazy.
know.
I don't know. Do you have a source for that?
Yeah,
I
do you have a
don't.
source?
I don't have a source.
Do you have a source for that claim?
I
From an accredited institution that I agree with?
Oh man, what are they gonna say next?
At the end of the day, he supports fracking.
Yeah.
And that
Clearly.
much is clear. Okay? So what's the problem here? Look, people say, he's in an unacceptable mental state. Clearly he's suffered some sort of brain damage. We have 80-year-olds in the highest positions of authority in this country, but somehow Strokey McFucking Blokey over here is a problem?
I think it's
people
endearing.
who are alive when World War II happened in our fucking Senate, and there's somehow a problem with this guy being a little slow on the uptake? Fuck you,
Yeah.
you racist.
So true.
You must. What is this?
Well, I feel like this might be the new, like, Democratic strategy. I mean, we all know, like, how endearing people have begun to find Joe Biden and his, like, slowly deteriorating, brain, his like dementia, and all that. And so, maybe stroking out on a live debate is just the new hotness. It's the next move.
Honestly, I wish more presidents would just stroke on stage several times.
Do you all remember when Ron Paul had a stroke on stage? And he became as smart as the average libertarian voter in that moment. Like,
I just find it so funny how, like, every time you see one of these videos where this kind of thing happens, whether it's this guy, it's Ron Paul, it's Joe Biden, like, everybody just has to sit there and act like everything's totally fine and normal, and nothing like the person that they're listening to isn't, stroking out.
Didn't he try to call up, like, a dead friend of his at one of the press conferences he was trying to do, like, Jackie, like Jackie had died a month earlier or something like that?
Oh, you don't mean like Jackie Kennedy?
I think it was somebody else. I'm not
Kennedy. Sure. He hit that too. I would too, bro. Like, that ass was fat, but
Jackie Kennedy. I mean,
But I have one more video to go through because I think it really shows the depravity of the Republicans today, going after this man. Trying to defame his character when he's so clearly suffering.
Like kicking a puppy.
Like kicking a puppy, a cool bald puppy.
Person on the stage who's broken the law, we believe. John Fetterman took a shotgun, chased a unarmed African-American man, and put the gun, apparently, according to that man, to his chest. John, you weren't pulled over by the police.
Someone who would do
they let you go. You were the mayor at the time. Why haven't you apologized to that unarmed, innocent black man who you put a shotgun to his chest?
All right, we will allow a 30-second response to that, Mr. Fetterman, specifically what he was saying, referring to the incident in Braddock.
Expert response time.
I made the opportunity to defend our community as the chief law enforcement officer there. Everybody in Braddock, an overwhelmingly majority community of black community, all understood what happened. They understood what happened, and everybody agreed that, and nobody believes that it was anything about me making a split-second decision to defend our community.
Nobody believes it was a split-second decision.
Okay, so the community of black that he's surrounded by, they understand what he had to do to keep their community safe. Are you really telling me that this guy who looks like a bassist in a 90s nu metal band is a racist and pulled a gun on an unarmed black man without reason? I don't think so.
You're just gonna blindly take the word of some Republican against this man who is incapable of speaking.
I honestly, I'm on team. What's his name? Fetterman. I'm on team Fetterman.
Man, don't forget the Fet, okay?
Yeah, don't fret the Fet.
Don't fret the Fet. Don't forget the Fet.
What's he gonna do when he's in Congress, man? If he's, just melts down.
Yeah, because he's 100% gonna win the election.
Yeah, he's gonna win. I'm voting for him. I don't even live there. I'm voting for him, though.
I'm committing voter fraud to vote for him. I don't live there.
It is my duty as an American, but more importantly, my duty as an enjoyer of drama to vote for this man.
And look, I want to say, too, is there's this thing that Republicans do when they get on stage and something like this happens where they can be like, why won't you apologize for being a racist? That's cancel culture. Okay?
Very
That's
true.
them wielding cancel culture
Very
to try
true.
and take down a brave stroke victim. It's
This is
disgusting.
Yeah, this is
Cancel
cancel
culture
culture
has
for
officially gone too far.
This is cancel culture for me, but not for thee.
Right.
Yeah. Do you think Oz is really standing there caring about black people? Do you think that he doesn't look at a black person and go like, ew? I don't think so. That he did not give me that vibe at all. And black people aren't gonna fall for that either. They're not stupid, as he probably thinks they are.
Right. I mean, I wouldn't think that, but he probably would.
I would never think that. Not me.
Yeah. We can't say the N-word on here, can we? Just kidding.
I'll bleep it out. You can go ahead and look. Who am I? The speech police over here?
The speech police? What are you gonna do? Cancel me?
Yeah.
Show me the N-word pass. Show me the N-word pass. Freeze. Put your hands up. I don't think so, buddy.
I've got it right here. Holds up First Amendment.
Right here, officer. Oh my god.
Oh, that's based, buddy.
Sorry, that's expired. Sorry.
Expired.
Sorry,
It's expired.
It's now been edited to include Reddit posts. Or exclude Reddit posts.
Everybody's freaked out about this guy with a very minor stroke possibly leading the Senate, in Pennsylvania. They're all worried about that, but they're not worried about Nancy Pelosi, who's, a dinosaur in her 80s, and she's going out, wilding out right now. Nancy Pelosi is out there issuing WWE challenges. And I'll play this video to show what exactly she said to the people.
Well, speaking of democracy on the ballot. All right, take it to the bank. I have to ask you about the January 6th committee. On Friday, they officially subpoenaed Donald Trump. Do you think he'll actually appear for the deposition? And what does it say to the American people if he doesn't?
I don't think he's man enough to show up.
Oh.
I'm sorry, Madam Speaker. I literally could not hear what you said.
I literally.
So he gives her an out. He's like, that was so retarded what you just did. Like, who do you think you are? What do you think this is? You're going to do a WWE call out? He pretends not to hear her. They're looking at each other awkwardly for 5 seconds, which, by the way, am I supposed to believe that CNN or MSNBC, I forget which program that was, am I supposed to believe that this huge institution can't figure out some fucking audio issues? We figure out audio issues all the time.
Right.
I'm not missing what you say, HeyMoon. How is this happening? I don't believe it. He was giving her an out.
Yeah. Honestly, I mean, because he was hearing all the other stuff, he was probably like, what the heck is she talking about? Like,
is this bitch retarded? What's happening here?
Now, in all fairness, right, when you're hanging out with your masculine homies, at the gym, everybody knows the most masculine activity is to show up to court when you're subpoenaed. They're called subpoenaed for a reason. Penis is literally in the name. And obviously,
That's
Donald
a fair
Trump.
point.
Yeah, Donald Trump does not have a penis, so he's not going to show up.
And I will say also to credit this African American gentleman and at MSNBC, I will say to credit him that, I tune women out all the time when they're talking. So if he's listening to this bitch drone on and he just like spaces out for a minute, I don't blame him.
Fair enough.
Go ahead.
No, fair enough.
So I guess what I would ask you is, do you all think that Nancy took this suggestion, took this out and said, okay, maybe I'm being a bit out of pocket and retarded here. I'm just going to let this go and say something else. Or do you think that she doubles down?
No way. Nancy is a
doubling,
queen.
100% doubling down.
Nancy is a queen, okay?
Let's see what happens here, boys.
I said, you asked me if I thought he was going to show up. And I said, I don't think he's man enough to show up. I don't think his lawyers will want him to show up because he has to testify under oath.
Look at his face. He's like, you stupid bitch. I gave you the out.
Let's see if he's man enough to show up. And the public should make a judgment.
And then he just keeps going.
No one is above the law. If we believe that,
he's
then
tuning
they should
her out
make
again.
A judgment about how he responds.
He's in total
to
damage
that
control mode,
request.
though. Let's be honest. He's like, what the heck? He's
Sunday, Sunday! Only at the WWE Super Ring will Donald Trump show up, or is he too much of a pussy?
Congressional
Donald Trump, you're not
Rotunda.
man enough to step up to me, to my courts. You won't show up because you're a little bitch. And I don't even believe your hair is real. And I fucked your wife and your daughter. What do you say to that, Donald Trump?
Whoa. First of all, Nancy Pelosi fucked his wife. That is impressive.
I think Nancy.
She flicks a mean bean. You know that.
Okay.
She's gonna get into the cage at the Congressional Rotunda, and she's gonna pop his skull with her 2 giant fucking boobs.
Whoa, yeah. The presidential knockers, yeah.
I have said before, like, I haven't seen pictures of Nancy Pelosi when, like, 100 years ago. I don't think they had cameras back then, back when she was fertile and young. But I feel like she was probably a snag. I feel like she was probably a little thicky.
I've looked for pictures of her from like the 70s. Like, no matter how far back I go for like to look for pictures of her, she always looks old.
I mean, it's fair.
I can't find any young Nancy. Like, even when I type in like young Nancy, they're just pictures of an old woman, like a middle-aged old woman.
It just always looks like you got to clear off some cobwebs to get in there.
Right.
I mean,
fuck.
The funniest thing about all that.
Let's not speak ill of the soon-to-be-dead. Okay.
This is true. She's not gonna die though. She's got that adrenochrome, dude. You know, she's gonna live forever. Honestly.
She has ethically sourced adrenochrome.
Ethically sourced adrenochrome.
This is somebody that's gonna outlive all of us.
Right.
So yeah, that's really all I got about Nancy Pelosi here. And I think we're just about to wrap up here. It's pretty late for all of us. Hey Moon. Thank you again. Hey Moon. Thanks for coming on.
I didn't even think about the Hey Jude thing, right?
right.
Hey
See,
Jude.
that's the thing about the Grill Cats. That's the thing about radical centrism, is it unlocks new cranial capacity.
Right, I should have thought about that a long time ago, right? You know, Hey Moon,
you come
Hey
on
Jude.
here as a guest, and I'm sure you can feel it, your brain expanding. Your mind is probably sore right now, and you should take a rest, buddy. You should take a rest, and you'll wake up a few IQ points higher tomorrow. And so I hope that you thank us for that, as we thank you for coming on here and for executing this epic trolling of these dumb fuck Redditors, the dumbest people in the universe. I want to really elaborate on this. These people are the dumbest motherfuckers that could possibly exist, and I hate sharing
we try to help
a space on the planet.
We try to help them. Many times we've tried to get Redditors to listen to our show, you know, to get them out of the cesspool that they dwell in, and they just won't.
They never listen.
Exactly. They won't.
They never listen. The wing cut conversion therapy that we try to imbue upon these people, it doesn't take. It doesn't take, and it's because they're mentally inferior. It's because they don't have the cranial capacity to intake this. That's what we're trying to do with them. So yeah, thank you, HeyMoon.
So anyway.
Is there anything you'd like to plug, or, you know, anything you'd like to shill, any of that crap?
Link in the description.
Honestly, all that I want to say is free Darrell
subscribe.
Brooks. Yeah, free Darrell Brooks. Yeah, he didn't do
If
nothing.
you want a free Darrell Brooks, please like, comment, and subscribe, and share the video.
He is an innocent man, and at heart he is a good man. I know that, and I would also like to say that I don't think any judges should serve unless they're Christians, but I'm okay if they're Jewish as long as they believe that Jesus is Lord. All right,
and
that's all I gotta
say. Okay, well, thank you for joining us today. Peace out, my grillas. Tune back next time for another radical centrist show. Let's go.
I'm old as a boomer. My man said on Zoomer, everything cooler long as I'm not Laura Loomer. If you think I'm not number one, I done spelled that rumor. Hit that victory royale on some motherfucking coochie. Default dance on a bitch. Hit that default dance on a bitch. Floss dance while I'm flossing in a whip. Victory royale when that chopper hit. Self-incrimination, I have no participation. News keep asking, I don't say shit. You can't have my.
Yo, but low key, it's pretty awesome how we interfered in that trial, you know, aggressively, and to do so to interfere with the court's processes, right? Hey, Moon.
Yeah, that's deliberately, you know.
Deliberate.
My only aim is to cause mayhem. Listen, all right. my aim was to annoy Judge Darrow specifically. We all know
and
that.
support domestic terrorism.
Yes, I am a terrorist. I am a danger to society.
I am a